So, we created in our minds something that's not real, false evidence appearing real. We convinced ourselves it was real. That's why churches say, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Fear is the real monster. So, turn off anything that fuels your fear. Tune out voices that only speak about how bad everything is because they've bought into the negativity of the world. Instead, start joining workshops, attending seminars, and listening to inspiring recordings daily. Begin training your mind again. Retrain how you think. Faith comes by what? Hearing and hearing and hearing. Listen to things that empower you, that help you imagine a new life and a new reality for yourself. You might start to seem a little odd to most people. Most people think you're strange if you're truly happy. Someone asks, "How you doing?" You say, "Better than good." Whoa, they think something's wrong with you. Go around smiling and watch how people react. Who's that weird guy over there? Because most people don't smile. Just look at their faces. Especially in the morning, here we go, another Monday. Ask them how they're doing and they'll growl. "Haven't had my coffee yet, don't talk to me." These people haven't found their purpose in life. That's why they're grumpy. That's why they're miserable and negative. They're hurting, and they want to hurt others too. So start feeding your mind with programs that lift you, seminars, books, workshops. Keep a journal. Write down your thoughts and what's going on with you every single day. Have a journal nearby when you wake up. I use the Jack Boland journal. I keep it beside my bed. That way, when a thought comes to me, I can write it down immediately. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we get 3 to 4 thoughts a year that if acted upon could completely change our lives. When you don't genuinely appreciate and accept who you are, and you allow fear to freeze you, you begin to hurt yourself. You sabotage your progress. You sabotage your dreams. Without even realizing it, you start working against yourself. You become your own worst enemy. So, what do? You begin to recognize that your dreams and gifts carry incredible meaning and value. That hunger for those gifts will drive you, push you past the fear. The hunger to bring them to life gives you a special kind of fuel. And as you begin working on yourself, truly acknowledging who you are, the power you hold, the ability you have to create change, you'll discover the miracle-working capacity within you to do what you came here to do. This reminds me of a man who was studying a remote African tribe of headhunters. He couldn't connect with them. He couldn't build trust because of one thing: fear. He feared they would take his head. For a long time, he saw no progress. Then one night, lying in bed, he asked himself, "What did I come here to do? What's my purpose as a missionary?" He answered, "To study these people." Then asked, "What's the worst thing that could happen? Death?" And he decided that night, "This is what I came here to do. I know there are risks, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm not going to be afraid anymore." The next day, he returned and started engaging with the tribe. They began to respond. They welcomed him. Years later, when others came to see his progress, they asked, "How did you do it? How did you turn hostility into trust?" And he said something that speaks to all of us. When life can no longer threaten you with death, then what else is there? Most of the fears we have aren't about life and death. But through our imagination, we exaggerate them. We give them more power than they deserve, and then we let those fears control us. We let them limit our dreams and our discovery of ourselves. But you have to stop and say, "Wait a minute, what's the worst that can happen here? Will it kill me? Will I die?" And you realize you're stressing unnecessarily. Ask yourself, does this fear really have power, or am I the one giving it power? We're often programmed to be afraid. Just watch the news, read the paper. You'll be afraid to leave your house. Am I right? So, what are you feeding your mind? What thoughts are you allowing to shape your reality? Are they moving you forward or giving you a reason to stay stuck? I used to sell TVs door to door. I had a set number I needed to sell daily to support my mother. She was ill and had lost her job at M&M Cafeteria due to arthritis. So I went door to door. Some nights I wouldn't come home until 1 a.m., still knocking. People would slam the door. No money down? No thank you. Do you know anyone interested? No, thank you. Knock, knock, knock. Would you like to buy a working TV set? No. Thank you kindly. Do you know someone who might? Yeah, my cousin lives 2 doors down. I'd go knock again. Hey, your cousin told me you might be interested. Yeah, come on in. And just like that, I kept going. I didn't stop until I made those sales. It's amazing when you decide, I'm going to do this, something shifts. You enter a completely different zone where the universe aligns with you. It responds to people who refuse to be denied. Your business, your book, your dream of directing your life, it's yours. The power to create and manifest it is yours. But you'll face lonely days, rejection, doubt, even financial setbacks. And you must still refuse to give up. Life won't be able to say no forever. People who changed the world had that spirit. When John F. Kennedy said, "We will go to the moon," it was a commitment spoken and shared. People bought into it. Throughout history, people made declarations, gave their lives to make a difference. Someone took a stand against hunger. Someone stood against polio, now it barely exists. They said, no matter what, I'm committed. Because of commitment, we now live in a democracy. Someone said, if this means I must die, so be it. I think of Paul Robeson. Here I stand, for I can do no other. That's how you must be. Commitment is standing tall in your life. It's honoring yourself. It's realizing your oneness with the universe and that you are a channel for life to flow through. But fear, envy, anger, laziness, apathy, these block that channel. We say, it's too hard, and we don't challenge our own spirit. But nothing is more powerful than the human spirit. You can't destroy it. You can twist it, but you cannot kill it. I read Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, amazing work. I'm on my 7th reading. His stories about the indestructible human spirit are unforgettable. So what strengthens us, gives us the power to stay committed and shape the future? First, commitment might mean going back to school. It means getting training, sitting in classrooms with people younger than you, feeling awkward, not knowing everything, but still showing up. It may mean going back for a high school diploma or college. It may feel like you don't belong, but because of your commitment, you stay anyway. Sometimes commitment means you back up, not to quit, but to regroup. Life knocked you down, but you get back up again. That matters. And you've got to trust yourself. Listen to that still, small voice inside. Don't try to make everything logical. Life isn't always logical. Amazing things can't always be explained. But you must trust yourself, your instincts, your ideas. When you do, life opens up in ways you never imagined. That feeling, that inner knowing, it will lead you. Just say, I am led. I remember the worst speech I ever gave. I let someone manipulate a fear I carried for years, my inferiority about not being a college graduate. She offered to write a speech for me. I had a speech ready, but she said, "You're speaking at Ohio State. They'll notice grammar errors. They'll know you're not educated. I don't want you to embarrass yourself." She wrote it, and I gave it even though it wasn't mine. I let her stronger negativity overpower my positive intention. I gave away my power. I stood at the Ohio Union, reading that speech word for word, eyes glued to the page. I wasn't used to reading, so I didn't look up even once. When I finished, they gave me a standing ovation, but I was tense. I was nervous. And I realized something. Never give your power away. You don't need anyone's permission to live your dream. It was given to you, not them. If they can't see it, it's because it wasn't given to them. It's yours. Hold it. Nurture it, build it, it's your baby. Bring it to life. Here's another lesson for success. Do what's right. Treat others how you want to be treated. Don't look for shortcuts. Don't cheat. Pay your dues now, because if you don't, you'll pay double later. Everything you do matters, even when no one is looking, especially then. There's a saying, judge a man not by what he does when required, but by what he doesn't have to do. There's something out there with your name on it. No one else can take it, it's yours. And when you know that, really know it, you stop worrying. You stop running scared. You stop fearing that someone will steal your dream. You stay true to your inner voice. You take the high road. It's easy to be tempted to take the low road, but resist it. And finally, if you want to make it, keep your agreements. Make a network of people who do the same. Build strong relationships with people you can count on and be someone they can count on too. People call me all the time. Man, I read about you, you're lucky. Let me tell you something. You want to reach your dream? You need 3 P's. Be patient, persistent, and positive, no matter what.